Popping, sail out on the socks. Nanny give a brazier, so why you just a steer? Get a peer, even deserts get cold. The diamonds like gold. Girl's best friend, fold it, roll it, stuff and leg.
Mr. Shepard, can you hear me? 2 more minutes. All right, good to go. No, I'm going to go unmute by the time.
Stepper, roots and culture. Music make a little metalawa. Mother, father, auntie, uncle, sister Nancy. Brother and Nancy. Brother Takuma. Snake and tiger. Remember big boy? Black man, white man, Chinese man, coolie man. Say them one. Or a box of them. Oxygen. Hands for them. Psalms for them. We can praise John, give thanks for them. In the moonlight, sand, sun, and sea times 2. What's in your shoe? Big toe says nothing. Phalanges at him. Him best be joking. Little toe stretch cross, want fi choke him. Him not Irish stepping tugs, them want fi bust him. Cause everybody is a star. Irie, yes, we feel Irie. Stepping high, one out of many. Irie, yes, we feel Irie. I'm glad Jamaica now 60s. Irie, yes, we feel Irie. Stepping high, one out of many. Irie, yes.
Sheldon Don Shepard. Now, of course, you know, in the Bob Marley One Love biopic, Sheldon Shepard, he played the role of Neville Garrick. And he has this unreleased piece, which is a tribute to Neville Garrick. Take a listen.
I'm on dance with you, I'm on sweating, I'm on sure. So never let ask him. I'm running like the Don. Yeah. Then I bigger than Neville Garrick. Out quicker than a pack of cigarette. Turn up it like a box of sweating on your crack. Then I bigger than Neville Garrick. Immortal liberal a portrait. Then I bigger than Neville Garrick. Jump on me, be my watch me jump in the jet. Then I bigger than Empress. See the key, I use it, jump out of the left. Meet me at the room and make we chat about it. Money ball, pem, skip us if roll a bigger spliff. Ask Black, well, who forget the credit? Revolution in a ink, coloring in music. 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 Then no bigger than Neville Garrick. Out quicker than a pack of cigarette. Turn up it like a box of sweating at the crib. Then no bigger than Neville Garrick.
The mission of the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs includes revising Jamaica's legal and constitutional infrastructure and accelerating the pace of reform. The time by the MLCA is...
It is now 12:30 and it's time for Road to Success, the journey. Now, whether he's on stage singing or lighting up the big screen, this multi-talented yardie and returning resident knows that better must come. Sheldon Shepard has made his mark not only as an award-winning actor, but also as the lead singer and poet of the groundbreaking group Nomads. With a career that spans music, film, and spoken word, Sheldon remains a dynamic voice in Jamaican culture, consistently pushing boundaries and inspiring audiences worldwide. In 2012, he won the Best Actor Award at the American Black Film Festival for his role in Better Must Come. He later starred in Idris Elba's directorial debut, Yardie, and most recently portrayed Neville Garrick in the Bob Marley biopic, Bob Marley One Love. Lead singer of the Nomads, poet, author, and award-winning actor. Today we journey with none other than Sheldon Don Shepard on the road to success. Sheldon, welcome, and thank you so much for taking us on your journey.
Respect, Irie FM, you know. Thank you for having me, you know. I love Irie FM from morning, you know.
I know. Look here, it's been a minute. Do you know that my very first social media post, I think it's a post of the Nomads on the eBuzz many years ago.
Many years ago.
many years ago when you were in studio. But
yeah,
here we are today to talk about your awesome journey. We're so proud of you, you know, seeing you on the big screen. I know we're dissecting everything, but we want to kick things off, of course, with your foundation. So take us back to your childhood, Kingston 16, Franklin Town. How would you describe growing up?
Wow. Thank you very much for inviting me again, Kashima, you know, to share this vibration. And I trust that whatever is shared here today might be helpful to to empower anyone, any young one listening or anybody who feel like they need any form of empowerment. The vibration all started at in Franklin Town. I used to live at 24 Franklin Avenue across the road from the police station. Um, I fell in love with dub poetry primarily because of through my father, Keith Shepard. You know what I mean? He would, when we live in Franklin Town, we never had any electricity or running water. So we entertained ourselves in a vibration, of, fun and games, so to speak. And my father used to do dub poetry around the house, and him used to raise him muscle, and we used to swing on him and, them kind of ways. So, it was from that vibration of watching daddy just chatting me and one of them they're chatting other poems and so on. And my cousin, our cousin Steve Ferguson, him used to read the paper. Dorian Samuels was his inspiration. And him used to come and him used to practice and read like the Gleaner and the Star. So that was our entertainment. And him used to put on him radio voice. And we used to watch and learn these things. So that was our vibe at 24 Franklin Avenue. And then from there, I somehow managed to learn my father's pieces, because I know all my father's pieces off the top of my head up till today. Even some of his pieces, I remind him about them, because
wow.
him kind of penetrate my mind from I was small without even knowing. If you ask daddy today, daddy will say him don't know how me start the dub poetry or when me start the dub poetry. But I took it to church, Franklin Town Church of God. And that is where I went to basic school as well. And there are these talent hunts, all over, where churches gather from the region 5, and we gather in these schools sometimes, and the schools that children usually board, like the Westwood and those kind of high schools, we gather from Kingston and all over, and we have a church camp. And at church camp, they are like talent hunts and talent, and I used to perform, and I used to be victorious. And then when I started to go KC, I met Peter Heslop. Peter Heslop in the drama club at Kingston College, and then a virgin of mine did tell me, say, the drama club and it start up, and him think me should come. A virgin named Kevin, him tell me say him think me should come. And I say, yeah, all right, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna check it out at KC, and it was amazing. And we did Tijan and his brothers as a play in the festivals years ago. I was in like the 8th grade or something like that, or 7th grade. I played an imp. My only role was to run across the stage and flap my arms. That's the thing, just run across the stage. That was the one moment I get into this.
I bet you nailed it.
Oh gosh, I did. You know what I mean? And then we met Peter and the JCDC. I was doing dub poetry now because I know all of daddy's pieces, and I used to see people doing dub and so on. Peter, and I auditioned. I went to the drama club and I said, "Wait, I can't do this." And I start do it, and Peter was a very good tutor, and him kind of show the ropes. Eventually I won like 5 or 4 consecutive years straight national award at the JCDC festival in the category of dub poetry. My father also did win the category when he was going to school. So it's a thing where I say, oh cool,
Chip not fly far from the block.
You know what I mean? And then the Nomads, JCDC introduced. Let me tell you something. It's a JCDC. JCDC is very important to our culture and to youth sharpening their creative potentials. It is very important. And I think that every youth, as a matter of fact, you don't even have to have a zeal to be in the creative world or the creative space. But I think that the JCDC entering the festivals, it sharpens your reasoning ability. It shows you other people, other children, other minds doing things, and it gives you an example or a reference, so to speak, of where your age group is. You know what I mean? And you get to sharpen yourself against other people. You know what I mean? So JCDC, Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, parents who are listening, see if you can. If your children's school have a drama club or anything, send them to the drama club and let them go to the JCDC and enter these competitions. They're
And
very
get
cool.
involved. No,
Yeah,
no,
man.
Sheldon, you really took us through a lot right there, and you speak very highly of your dad, and you talk about the influence, the strong influence, where you're literally, you have followed in his footsteps and you've taken it a notch further. How would you describe the relationship with your mom?
Oh gosh, man. Me and mommy just talk, and me and my mother talk every day. To be honest, I try to learn. My older brother told me that I should use my parents as examples. Look at whatever they do, pick out the things that I like and the
Mm-hmm.
things that I don't like. Pick the things that I like and sharpen them. And the things that I don't like, I avoid them. But I should acknowledge them. So with my mother now, my mother lives in America. She is excellent. We call her an angel. She's the one
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a piece. I wrote a piece, 30 years, 90 barrels, and it's about my mother's journey in America. Even though she was not in America, she has not been in America for 30 years, but my mother sends like 3 to 4 barrels every year to Jamaica, and my mother she's a certified nursing assistant. Them are the people who do all of the dirty work. Them wipe the bottom, them clean the this, them do all of them something there, and they don't make any monies. You feel me? And I don't know how Bobby managed. I don't even know how she used to send me to school. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because within the process, my father is amazing, but my father is an artist, he's a creative. So it's not every time him have the lunch money. So enough time we go to school without the lunch money. And mommy sometimes have 3 jobs. She used to cook around the so around a Miss Ali. She used to be the chef down at Miss Ali. She used to work in at the bar around the Arlene bar one at the time too. It's a whole heap of things mommy used to do. Mommy used to do a whole heap of things just so our 3 boys can have, if I even the sardine and the rice or whatever on the table within them time there. So with my mother now, to see my mother packing barrels and with food and clothes and this and that and Christmas tree. You know what I mean? So it's like it and sending it to Jamaica. She's on her way to Jamaica right now and she's going to clear 2 barrels. I don't know how the woman do it. You know what I mean? So it's like she's a industrious woman and she makes everything out of nothing, that woman. And she's the reason why she said to me, because my father drink, and she made me promise. One thing she said to me, if it's one thing you do, no bother with the drinking.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say, I'm ever hold on on that one day. I'm ever carry it. So I might sip, but you're not going to see me sit down and pull myself of alcohol. And it's because of mommy vibration. She amazing, man.
No, I getting from you that, you really had strong foundation. You also speak about like the struggles growing up in Franklin Town. Did somebody have to plant a seed in your heart or set things right with you in terms of placing an emphasis on education and that sort of thing? Because we know that teenage boys sometimes, it's a little more challenging than girls or that type of thing. What were some of those challenges, if any, did you have like as a youth?
I've had a few individuals in the community as mentors that not necessarily they never even knew that they were mentors because I can discern. So from early I saw something in me that most people didn't see. I you know what I mean? And I would look in other people with other beautiful light and see if I could learn from them. So for me to be steered in the right direction, it was not any one individual steering me or any individual I can credit to. Sheldon was going down this road and I had to steer him this road. I can't credit any individual with that. What I can credit them with is for supporting me. Like Aston Cook, he put one of my first poems in one of his plays, Jamaica to Rotted. And at that time, I was like 18 years old, 17 years old, and having my poem being performed by, at that time, it was Chris Daly and Christopher Johnny Daly was firing hot. And they're the hottest young actor in the country at the moment. You know what I mean? Big him up, I'm a brother. And he was performing my piece. Everyone was performing my piece. You know what I mean? They were performing that piece. You know, so it's like it gave me encouragement, and it showed me that I was doing something that merited attention, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Now, we've gotten from you that, your passion for the arts started very young, through your household with your family. Is there a standout or pivotal moment during your high school years that kind of helped to shape or nurture your direction in a significant way that still stands out in your mind to this very day?
Wow, at that moment, it's a series of moments, Kashima, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But there there was one time when I used to play basketball, and I was doing so well in the festivals. I was winning every year, and as a ghetto youth, you were able to earn some money on the JCDC lunch hour concerts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I every weekend in the summertime or whenever there was lunch hour concerts after you have won. I would go out and play and make my little money and can buy my shoes and take care of myself. Mommy not even have to
Mm-hmm.
touch for thing. I can feed myself. So then now I was missing basketball trainings on the weekends. And I told the coach that, coach, me have drama thing, I can't come to thing. And him say, all right, Mr. Shepard, go on do what I do. And him never give, and him bench me for the season. I was one of the
Wow.
top players, and I'm learn something that day. Then I'm say, say, I cannot rely on anyone to really put me in any form of a position. And I have to rely on what is within me. And the performing arts is something that I become. You know what I mean? So then now I have control over it. So I can steer it in the direction. So these little things, that was a negative thing that I turned into a positive. And there were many positives. The positives outnumber the negative vibration.
Mm-hmm.
But that little moment is just to share, for one, not to be disheartened and deterred from any vibrations that is upful.
Wow, that is really amazing. Now, as we dig a little deeper now, talk to us about how Nomads was formed.
Nomads,
Whoops.
you know, big up Evie, big up Birdie, big up O'Neill, you know what I mean? Big up Erica the Gale, big up Shane Fitzgerald, big up Chevon Irons, Jarisim Soul, big up them youths, they're from Kingston College. So Peter Heslop messaged us and said that when he told me that the JCDC had introduced a new category called Dub Poetry Ensemble, which is a choir of boys or girls or
Mm-hmm.
mix doing dub poetry, doing the spoken word, but doing it in a chorus. You know what I mean? So it bust my brain. I said that wicked. So we say, all right, let's do this because we were winning every year. I was winning national award, but every other one I was bridging them, I win the gold medal. So you look
Mm-hmm.
on 5, 7, 8 man from KC with the goal. And we are war
Super
against
group.
ourselves. You know what I mean? So we say, all right, we gather in the canteen at Kingston College, and we say, all right, we need a group, and we're gonna mash up them people at our festival. And we say, yeah, all right. So we were there brainstorming names. Myself was there, Shane Fitzgerald was there, Everaldo Creary was there, and Erica the Gale, us four sitting around the table in the canteen and coming up with names. And then Shane Fitzgerald said, we're all over the place with the ideas. We come in like Nomads. I'm going to say, uh-huh. And the ball goes up, ping. I'm going to say, yeah, that's the name, but we can't play with it. We have to style it. We have to say NOMADDZ and put a Z on it for the style. You know what I mean? I would say, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is our name and this is our group. And we needed 7 members. So we went around and got some other brethren to make up the group and enter the festival, won 100% with that year with the poem Pressure in regional and national finals. It was never ever repeated, any group winning 100% back to back like that, Big up
Wow.
Nomads, man.
No, that sound, poo poo poo. I mean, how did that come about?
Infectious, is it? So big up. All right, we lived together. I'm not sure how much you know about the Nomads, but we used to live in Bull Bay, on the beach in Wikiwaki, and we used to live together, all 4 members living
Mm-hmm.
together It's a 4-bedroom house and thing, and we live together, right? So in the morning when we have to do a thing, if it's a regular day, we're clean, we do whatever, whoever man attack. So Everaldo was walking through from his room to the kitchen and he was making a sound. And me in my room, I'm hear one sound. I'm a run out there, I'm go in my room. And him did stop me the sound. I said, that sound there, where did I make a while ago? What that? Where you get that from? What is? And him say, let me show you. And him say, where you talk about? And I say, the sound, man, the sound, you make a sound. And him say, I say, yeah, that one there. Where you get it from? Him say, me just make a sound. And I say, yo, that hard. And him say, well, I'm say, come in, it hard. I will gather only go for him guitar, burning, have a lighter, and I tap it on the chair angle, and I tap, tap. And we just make the piece with a poem that we remembered from high school that we were doing, and a virgin Shane was performing it, saying, what is? And he was not doing it so nice, and we laugh after him. And I said, bet some can use that style, and bust that style, big, the so-called foo-foo style.
Oh gosh.
But I tell you, it was so fun creating that piece, And then we say, because it is like censorship, as well as a war cry or a peace cry. You know what I mean? And because we Jamaicans, we have so-called bad words like bongo Clark, push-in cart, grass cart, you know what I mean?
I know Broadcasting Commission is just like
what is
shaking right now. Yes.
But that was the vibe where we're playing on those words now to really say rise above profanity. That's the name of it. Profanity is not necessarily the language spoken unless it is in a derogatory, degrading manner, because we can use words to express ourselves and express joy. We can say bongo Clark in expression of joy. You know what I mean? So yeah,
no, absolutely. But here it is, this organic sound and just how the whole track and everything came together. It also landed Nomads, an endorsement deal with Puma and Usain Bolt. So tell us about that. And did this international connection create major opportunities now for the band?
Yeah, well, to be honest, everything in life is every day is better than the one before, in my opinion, to be honest, once you're living and you're taking a step higher once you're consistent with whatever you're doing. So the Puma was an additional step, a big step with the Nomads, because we needed that appeal. We needed that public vibration, as well as that association with a brand as Usain Bolt. So it was a big audition in Jamaica. They were looking for musicians who could look cool together and run and play music. And every band turned up an audition, and Auntie Cecile Burrows from Cinecom at the time called me and she said, Sheppy, they're doing an ad and I think you should come and just claim it, my son. I'm going to say, all right.
I see where she's sounding up.
I see where to see your son. I'm going to say, all right. I'm going to do some, I'm going to go there and I say, watch out, I just throw on a marina and a shots and one all clocks with the bad. I'm going to just go up there. I'm going to say, and them say, okay, guys, run around and sing a song. I'm going to say, all right. And we started, we sang a couple of songs. We sang, but when we hit the pukupu, we saved the pukupu. When we hit the pukupu, I said, everybody, and the Puma people, them I said, did they just make that for us? But my song was released and out and thing already, so it's a different vibration. And then they called us and we toured the world with that one. We do the victory lap at the Diamond League in France. We do Daegu. I was in the stadium when Usain Paul started, right a court side me there, and it was a beautiful experience for us young boys. We were more, yes, it's a beautiful business opportunity and we made a lot of contacts, but we were more caught up in the bliss of the moment. You know what I mean?
And speaking of endorsement deals, you also inked a deal with Clark's Like Us, another track again. Talk about that deal, and was it as big as Puma in terms of exposure and monetary wise as well?
No, right now, let me explain Clark's Vibration. So the Clark's Vibration is Clark's wanted to do a commercial to show their association with Jamaica, and their idea was to interview artists who they find as Jamaican artists who are doing creative, interesting things that measure up or match with their brand and the association with Jamaica. And at that time, I've been always an advocate for an artist to full endorse the brand Clarks, because Jamaica, we love Clarks and we don't even know why we love it. But there's never been really a full endorsement. And what I mean full endorsement is a proper thing. Well, Popcorn and them probably doing something now, really, because I see some ads coming out. But we wrote a piece called Clarks Like This, where the verse was, Clarks may have a business proposal, compensate we for being influential. By Jamaica, one brand new hospital, me say the revolution financial, when Nomads say, who have a Clarks like this? You know what I mean? So that was our intention, to join that kind of a force and make it work monetarily, and also make it work for the space, make it look like the business is thriving as well, because all of them think they just help both brands. So, and no, man, Clark's money never nowhere near Puma money.
Okay,
So,
definitely get
Clark's
that.
money never near Puma.
But despite these successes, though, eventually the Nomads, you know, what started out as 5 dwindled to 2 members. What exactly happened there?
You know, I've never spoken about this, Kashima, anywhere on any platform about what happened with the Nomads vibration. And Jamaica love Nomads so much. And Jamaica, everywhere I go, people, maybe I want to cry to blows and skirt. Everywhere I go, people ask me about Nomads, and I ask me, because we deliberately never said anything in the public, in the press, because everything happened so quickly within our vibration, you know what I mean, within how we had to shift up and keep things in flux. So the thing is, as boys doing this thing, we never had much responsibilities, and we could do it for fun. But when the reality comes home and we start to grow and we start to realize that, okay, this tour not going to work for this vibration, and other people start to look in other directions for them literal monies, and them say, all right, I soon come, I go do this over here. So, and when them say them soon come and them go do this over here, so this over here so might be more fruitful at the moment. So it within a vibration of people, and it's all the way, everybody in the Nomads independently and individually are really, really strong creatives. You know what I mean? So it's like, for us, the Nomads brand, to kind of keep each individual's creativity only and solely to the Nomads brand, it's kind of a disservice to the Nomads brand and to the individual. So we had discussions, and we decided that, listen, let life rule this journey right now. We are going to do this, and we're going to do this at this moment, but let life rule this journey. So because we never had a breakup, you know what I mean? So it's not like I can come in the media and say, boy, the Nomads break up. No, it's a journey. The Nomads cannot break up. The Nomads is a life. It's called nomadic movement. You know what I mean? So right now, me and Evie are all the fort, but still Evie is doing solo projects. I am doing solo projects. We're doing films. I'm doing a lecture series at the universities. I'm doing one this weekend in Cornell University, where I'm going to share what is dub poetry and how dub poetry influence change and where it is coming from, and how it needs to get its big, amazing revolution, so to speak. And you know what I mean? And reveal, because most people, when I go to these places, they don't even know what dub poetry is.
Wow.
You feel me? So for the Nomads now, to answer any question, is the Nomads is timeless. Yes, and we're on a little pause right now because we're not released the music in years, but still we're very consistent, and big up IRFM who keep playing our jingles the moving forward and the pukupu.
Remind the people them, no? I mean, I have you live here.
Moving forward, today, tomorrow, together, steering to the future. Today, tomorrow, together, building hope within the nation. That's our occupation. Great people doing extraordinary things. Irie FM.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. So it's like we once you see me and Evie, you see the Nomads. And the Nomads has done something that no one has repeat. We ourselves can't repeat it. We can only add to that vibration because it's going to be in the same frame. You know what I mean? So we can't discredit it, what the Nomads has done and what we have contributed to the cultural landscape. It cannot be discredited. But Jamaica is it's a tough place for creatives because we have the diaspora don't necessarily support the Jamaican art community. Like the millions of Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica who have disposable income, who can purchase an album. Say Sheldon Shepard released an album, and the 6 million Jamaicans who have disposable income outside of Jamaica can spend $10 and buy that album. Do you know what that would mean for Jamaican music?
Mm-hmm.
It would go crazy. No one is doing those numbers. And we can do those numbers if we organize. And that is organization. Put our money where we're out there.
No, absolutely. And speaking about putting our money where we're out there, we have Cashpot coming up. I know we can't miss that. We can't miss that. So stick and stay. Don't go anywhere, Sheldon Shepard.
Love.
Oxymaster make everything cleaner.
The time by Oxymaster the Stain Blaster is...
It is now 12:58. We're standing by, so listen up. Your top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pots. Lunchtime draws up next. But in the meantime...
I'm on dance with the I'm on sweating, I'm on sure. So never they ask him. I'm running like the Don. Yeah. Then I bigger than Neville Garrick. Out quicker than a pack of cigarette. Turn up it like a box of sweating on your crap. Then I bigger than Neville Garrick. Immortal liberal a portrait. Then I bigger than Neville Garrick. Jump on baby, my watch me jump in the jet. Then I bigger than Empress. See the key, I use it jump out of the left. Meet me at the room and make we chat about it. Money ball, pem, skip us if you roll a bigger spliff. Ask Blackwell, who forget the credit? Revolution in a ink coloring music. 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 Then no bigger than Neville Garrick. Out quicker than a pack of cigarette. Turn up it like a box of sweating at the crib. Then no bigger than Neville Garrick. Immortal liberal a portrait. Then no bigger than Neville Garrick. Jump from baby, my watch me jump in a jet.
This could be your lucky day. Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good afternoon. It's Thursday, September 12th, 2024. I'm Sharnika Adu. Welcome to this afternoon Supreme Ventures live game draw. Now, before we begin, here's a quick look at our mid-morning winning numbers. All live draws are being supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. Now, let's put some money in your top draw. This afternoon's jackpot has climbed to $600,000. Here are now your winning top draw numbers. And your first winning top draw number for your lunchtime game is 7. Your second winning number, that's ball number 5. And the third number, that's 22. 19 follows, and if you have planned for that jackpot of 600,000, you're gonna need a lucky number 3. And now, let's pick your play with our dollars game. I hope you're feeling lucky. Keep those tickets out. And let's begin dollars with the number 3. Your second winning number, here comes ball 29. And following, we have a lucky number 7. Now your fourth winning number for your lunchtime draw is 25. A solid 20 is next. And now we're halfway there with ball number 9. Keep those tickets out because here comes sweet 16. Lucky number 1 is next, as well as 11. And following 11 this afternoon is ball 13. I wonder what's next. That's 21, of course, and we're ending dollars with the number 18. And now, for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game, let's play. And your first winning Pick 2 number is 32. Your second winning number, what's it gonna be? That's 20. Now, once again, your winning Pick 2 numbers are 32 and 20. Now, up next, you can play it 3 ways. That's, of course, a Pick 3 game. Here we go. And first off, for Pick 3, we have 6. Your second winning number, that's 3. And the third and final winning Pick 3 number is 2. Now, once again, your winning Pick 3 numbers are 6, 3, and 2. Now, it's time to turn up your winnings. Get ready for Pick 4. And first up, here it comes. That's lucky number 3. Your second winning number, that's 5. Now, your third winning Pick 4 number this afternoon is 3. And the fourth and final is 2. Now, once more, your winning Pick 4 numbers are 3, 5, 3, and 2. Now, this one, it's easy for win. Let's heat things up with Hot Pick. And this afternoon's winning Hot Pick number is lucky number 11. Congratulations to our Hot Pick winners. Again, your winning number is 11. Now, Cashbot lovers, you already know that you can win $280 for every $10 winning Cashbot bet. Now, let's get ready to play our Cashbot game for Thursday, September 12, 2024. Now, we know you live to play it, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big Cashbot winner, and let's see what the winning Cashbot number will be.
I love this Cashbot girl.
And this afternoon's winning Cashbot number is a lucky number 5. Congratulations to all Cashbot winners. Again, ball was selected. Now remember to go Mega and Monster 6 times per day for Cashbot for more chances to win. Again, the winning Cashbot number is 5. The lucky mark is Thief. And for Mega, a white ball was selected. For Pick 3, Pick 4, Cashbot, and Hot Pick. And for Monster, the white ball was selected for Cashbot. Now let's take a look at this afternoon's winning numbers, and of course, congratulations to everyone who won. Now please join us again at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I'm Sharnika. Have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, Pick 2, Pick 3, Pick 4, Hot Pick, and Cashbot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in Hot Pick and Cashbot special pot draws. Now, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are on the road to success, and we're journeying with none other than Sheldon Don Shepard. Now, before the Cashbot break, we were talking about the Nomads, and then, you basically highlighting that individual members are so creative that, they're pursuing their individual projects, of course. So let's talk about an individual project that you're doing. The Returning Resident is your one-man show. What inspired you to create this show, and how does it reflect your personal experiences and those of, many Jamaicans abroad?
Remittances is really, really, really a big thing in terms of for the economy. More people, more money is transferred through remittances from the United States and all over the world to these so-called third world countries, Jamaicans and all of that vibration. So the idea of the returning resident is really to focus on man's benevolent nature, the idea to travel far with the intention to learn, share, and gather, returning to develop and inspire. Seen? So that vibration of the returning resident in a play format, and as I said before, I was talking about the poem 30 Years, 90 Barrels, and it was inspired by my mother. The whole returning resident idea is inspired by the journey of mothers like my mother and aunties like my mother and uncles and daddies and brothers and the whole barrel children vibration and people who feel like they're out of place because they're in a situation and them not even look like the people them around them or the auntie or the uncle will take care of them because their mother fly out now take care of them, right? And so this play now is a series of sketches. It's all poetry, all dub poetry. And it's a storyline of my journey, my personal intimate journey and relationship with poetry and with my mother and with my friends and so on. And I managed to tell this story of benevolence, wanting to gather and share and then return to inspire and develop. You know what I mean? So that's the whole vibe of the returning resident. I staged it at the Philip Sherlock Theatre for a weekend, and just to make sure that it felt right, to be honest, and filmed it. And it's really nice. It was really good. So now the idea is to tour this piece and introduce it in England, introduce it in America, introduce it in Africa, introduce our vibration. But more make my whole Jamaican people them know it first. So I will return to Jamaica and do another staging for everyone.
Wow, that's amazing. I look forward to that, certainly. But one of the things that I really love about Sheldon Shepard, especially on the big screen, is how believable you are. Whatever the role, like you legit just take on that. So I want you to share with us, how do you get into character? Like, what's that approach like before you take on a role?
I do 2 million push-ups, you see, and 1,000 sit-ups. It's a joke. A joke. You know, but I love that though. Thanks for that compliment, though, because you really want the audience and your peers to really get lost in your vibration. You know what is really important to me, and when I do a film and people pass me on the street, I've had this experience where right after the Yardie premiere in England, this Jamaican living in England saw me, and I stepped out and he was like, "Man, I love the movie, I love the movie." And he was like, he's telling me about the movie and telling me how much he love it. And I say, "I'm say, yeah, I was in it." And he say, "Which role you play?" I say, "Guess." And him couldn't guess. Him guessed that I play Amil role, the lead role. I said, "No, bro, I me play King Fox." Him say, "Oh my God, I'm a favorite character. I'm never know what you." And he started creating excitement. So the suspension of disbelief, the creating that environment, that atmosphere where the audience comes to a show and them don't see Sheldon Shepard, the dub poet. Them don't see Sheldon Shepard, the nomad, the returning resident, the Don. Them see Pocky. Them see Ricky. Them see King Fox. Them say, we just do a recent thing, Stinky Mango, a short film. We're going to screen that at Skylark soon, tell them more about that. Them say Adonai from Stinky Mango, you know what I mean? And them say Everald from Champion, that little thing when we do for Netflix with you. You know what I mean?
Not little thing.
Oh no, that big thing.
I watched that big thing for you.
You know,
not little
God
thing
no.
at all.
You know, say,
yeah, man.
You know, I was only in episode 6, you know.
It doesn't matter. I did a story upon it. I watch it, and I'm like, yeah, man, black, green, and gold.
Wow.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I fell in love with that. Okay, about that role now. That character, when they sent me the script, I fell in love with it on the paper. And I said, no, man, I have to add something to this. So when I was doing the self-tape, I literally went for my machete outside out of my garden. I'm going to hold it in my hand. Didn't never see it in the tape, you know, but I just held it in my hand so I could get the real vibration of the character. So props, I work with props. I like props, and I like to backstory. I like props, and even if none is given, I create backstory. I create backstory that will move the character forward to surprise the audience, and also to try something new, but to surprise Sheldon, the person who is trying to play him. this character that we don't know should surprise me as an actor. You know what I mean? Playing him. So those are some of the key mental thought processes that I go through and physical vibrations with props and so on in order to make a character come alive. But I just make sure I know the story.
No, look, you nailed that, because seeing you do that and you walk up me and say, oh, no wonder the man stays, so look upon him father.
Look upon him father. And it's the mirror that scene. Whenever I did that scene, when I saw it on paper, I remember the film Troy, where Brad Pitt rode up to the castle and demanded that the prince come down to fight him. You remember that scene if you watch the movie Troy?
I've seen it.
The funny thing about that film is that the prince, his name was also Hector, and Brad Pitt shouted Hector. And when I entered, so it was so these things, and I wasn't associating the names is afterwards. I'm like, blow, this is really magically, man, because of both guys named Hector, I'm using the same thing to mirror the vibration. But that was a wicked scene.
No,
so
absolutely. It really was. But have you ever been uncomfortable with a scene, and how do you condition your mind to get into character?
Sometimes a lot of red wine, sometimes. But all right, I have been uncomfortable. There's one. There are two moments in Better Must Come where I was uncomfortable. One of them, I could not allow the other actor to know that I was uncomfortable because I had to lead. So I had to build that up. I'll tell you the scenes now. One of them, one scene, I was so uncomfortable with it. Big up Captain Ebert, Capo. Big up Capo. Capo said, I got you, man. Don't worry. It was a scene where in Better Must Come, I was supposed to get in like a mild trance vibration at the bingy, and my character was supposed to leap off of some high rocks into like a river, right? And we test the water deep enough so I can jump off of the rock and them go test it for me, and them go under it and them do them thing, and them say, and Storm and persuade me to do it. And I say, bro, you sure you did this? I must say, yeah, man, just get up out of the fire, get up from the Naya Bing, and you get into the trance and you just jump off. I would just get the plunge. And at that moment, remember, I'm not a strong swimmer. I can tell this because I don't tread water well. Yes, I can swim out from the deep to the shallow and then stand up, but I don't tread water well. So I'm maxing it out. And I say, okay, forget it. I'm going to jump in it. And I did that scene. And also the sex scene from Better Must Come with the actress. She was amazing. It was uncomfortable. You have 4 people in the room and you're naked. But anyway.
Oh, gosh.
4 or 5 people in the room. You have cameraman, you have people with continuity. And you're as naked as the day you were born.
Oh, my goodness. But this film that we're talking about, though, like this is where you got an award. I mean, from this film, what impact really did that role have on your career, and how did it shape your approach to future projects?
Better Must Come is everything, man. Better Must Come is everything. The thing is, Better Must Come did a few things for me. Better Must Come made me understand my potential in a real world. Better Must Come made me know that I can carry a feature film, and be interesting for over 90 minutes. You know what I mean? People can see and just follow the character. That is very, very important. You know what I mean? And Better Must Come gave me Best Actor in a Lead Role at the America Black Film Festival, beating a whole heap of people where you would have never expect to beat, as a little youth. And I was so green. I was so green. As I said, I was using a lot of bliss in those moments, just kind of watching people's reaction, man, and they loved the film. Everybody loved that film. People cry. People, you know what I mean? It set the tone for. It's like a bar, you know what I mean? It set the tone, and I always have this as reference. If ever I feel like I need to sharpen up, I can always. It's so amazing where your first film is such an amazing piece of art where I can go on it and draw a reference, for future projects. a beautiful thing, man.
And speaking of future projects, what was it like? That Better Must Come was 2012, 2018 now, Yardy. What was it like working with Idris Elba?
Idris is, I would say, Idris is every one of our big brother, you know, as black actor, you know. I gotta tell you that, you know, straight. All the way as black actor, because Idris, apart from Denzel our daddy, Idris our big brother, you know what I mean? In terms of who doing it, and Paul Campbell our daddy as well as Jamaicans. You know what I mean? Paul Campbell our big uncle. You know what I mean? You feel me? So it's like when Idris as an actor, him kind of, and he allowed me. There was one moment where we were finding the character King Fox, and he told me I was kind of using the cane and limping, and he told me, don't make him old. No, Sheldon, don't make him old. Keep the sexy. I'm gonna say, all right, Big Idris, all right. Let's say another word in English. You know what I mean? So it was for me.
King Fox did terrible still, you know.
King Fox did terrible. Hey, man, tell you, don't play with him. Him did terrible. Let me tell you a story about King Fox quickly. I went to LA to do the ADR. That is when you do over the audio for scenes, you know, when you want to fix the audio and there are change certain things about it. So I went to LA to do the audio, and I was in the studio, and I couldn't, when they played the scene, I opened my mouth and I could not find King Fox. And I'm like, what the? I'm gonna say, and my mind start go crazy now. I start sweat. Everybody start look at me. The white bridge in them over in the studio look at me and say, oh, I would get a little full rasta man from, you know what I mean? I tell me all sorts of things. And Idris say, you okay, mate? I'm gonna say, yeah. And then quickly I remembered when I was doing King Fox, because I wanted to give him that grit. I was having dark chocolate every day, drinking black coffee and smoking a little bit of herb. So that texture gave King Fox, and then I remembered this, and I said, oh, and I called them and I asked them for some coffee, and I asked them for dark chocolate. They grab me a little chocolate bar, and I get a little spliff out of my little thing. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna go around the table. I'm gonna get to ask them for some water to smooth it down a little bit because it was too much. I'm gonna smooth it down, and then I'm gonna say, boom, I'm gonna nail it. I see the bridging, one of the bridging over the studio, one of the white bridging them. So I drop him out and come afterwards and say, bro, I've never seen anything like that.
I transform.
But it was in my panic because I'm like, where did this character go? You know? But yeah, man, Idris a good brethren, man. He is a good director. And I think that him should get more credit for that film, Yardy. I didn't like how them deal with the vibration pan line, you know? But anyway.
Yes, it was good. And you know, you continue to shine. So it now brings us to the Bob Marley One Love biopic, where you portray Neville Garrick, key figure in Bob's life and career. Now, what was the most challenging or rewarding aspect, Sheldon, of bringing such an important historical figure to life? And how did you prepare to embody his influence on Bob's legacy?
Wow, you see, you phrase that question, Kashima, it sounds so like something tremendous was done, like something amazing was done and beautiful. But let me tell you this straight, and I'm going to be honest to everybody in the world, it was the most refreshing experience on set at the end of the day when I quantify my vibration. Neville was on set with me. He was hanging out in my trailer. It made my job all the more easier. We were chatting, we were laughing, we were talking about Bob, we were talking about crazy stuff that they did. In the piece, I said, Empress, see the key, I use it, jump out of the lift, meet me at the room, and make a chat about it. Is Neville tell me that because he was front of house doing the light and setting up everything for the show. He said that he was in charge to send the girls and people backstage to meet the band. So what he would do, because he never want to send all of the pretty girls them backstage. So he would have slip him room key because him say, all of the girls them want to learn about Rastafari, you know? So we'll just tell them to come learn about it, man. And him laugh. And him say he would just find theme pretty girl and slip her in room key. And him say one time Bob catch up with him and say, hey, Neville Garrick, you know, say, yeah, where you going with? You slip your key to, and he must say, Skipper. What? Who do that? But that was their vibe. They were boyish, they were competitive, they were playing football, they were having fun, they were so it was Neville was telling me all of these stories, and when on set, he was on he was watching, he was the his chief historical advisor. That was his role on the set, you know what I mean? So at one point he would tell me, he would come and whisper something in my ear and say, why them always I give you all of them trousers they to wear? You know, say it's pure denim I man did wear. I said never. Bob, them said that they must save the denim for Bob. Never say, oh, what you talk about? Is Bob Marley have the copyright on denim? You know, and me and Bob used to shop for denim. And me show Bob the type of denim there. Where the costume lady there? That was Neville, man.
So Sheldon, did you have any moments where, here is the man that you're playing, he's on set, he has like this big role on set as well. Did you felt like, like what if you never get it right? Did you have any of those nervous thoughts in your mind?
I had the scene. I had this, but it was not more so for the minute. The one thing Neville said to me when he saw me, the first thing he said, hey, I tell them, say no. Any man them I get to play me, him half a good looking because me did handsome them time there. And when me say you all right, you can go on.
Oh my gosh.
That broke the ice.
The ice. Mm-hmm.
But for me, the nervousness came in thinking that this film, my Jamaicans have to love this film. My vibration was whatever me do. So I was in it. I was on it. I was focused. Like I was focused on the other characters. I was focused on because the role I was playing, it wasn't a lead role. So it allowed me to be able to render assistance where it was necessary among the other first timers. You know what I mean? So I was in that position just so that I can feel comfortable about being a part of this cultural representation of our great Bob Marley. You know what I mean? When I watch it, I don't want to say blow or Sheldon the night and it looks so. You know what I mean? I wanted that's where my kind of my a little bit of reservation came in, because even the scene that everyone loves so much, I wanted to do over that scene is one take. They take about they take two take, everything them take over my shoulder of everybody else in the room. The other 4 people in the room, right? And when it come around to me, the evening gets so late now, by the time if I take my close up, I do it, I never feel so good. My voice, it feels funny. I want to do it another time. Me hear them say, cut, we got it. I say, hold on. I say, no, man, I went to the bridge and I say, what, I needed, no, man, I not feel. And he say, the director, well, Sheldon, and everybody just starts screw down. Once them say, cut, camera pull up everything, there's no way. And those guys screw down really fast. And they pull down, I'm left standing like in the room, just observing that I don't like what I just did. And it is a scene where everybody I talk about. Wow. So you just have to show you and say you have to trust sometimes. But Neville playing Neville Garrick, man, contributing, embodying him, watching how him walk, watching him vibration on set, it was very helpful. You know what I mean?
And I've seen the movie. It's really good because, there were some controversies surrounding it. You can't please everybody. You did have like the naysayers, and Kingsley Benadir, he did a great job playing Bob. But online, you did have like a lot of persons who were championing, like I think Sheldon Shepard could play like a really good Bob Marley. Did you see any of that? And what do you think?
Yeah, I see it, I see it. I see my community a lobby for me. I'm a rate, say my community, I put me in that space there and I compare me with the great one, because that is the joy what me take from it in my heart to say, some my community view me, because to be honest, this is the first time I am really knowing how my community view me as an individual, I over all the 20 other years I do this thing in Kashima, I don't know how to think about me really, as a whole. I don't know. I just my head down, I'm a book, I create, and then I throw it up and fling it out there, and then I back again, create, I'm put it forward, because I just create every day, and it's never normally a money thing for me, me create on a dime, like so it can say that difference. So with that vibration of me playing Bob Marley, I did read for Bob Marley, and I will tell you this: ever since I was younger, and people used to compare my vibration with the legend. And I knew I was acting. I always never wanted to play the Bob Marley role. There is something in my spirit that said that is not your role. You should not play that role, and I avoided it like the plague. They sent me the thing to read for it. I'm saying I don't want to play that role, and I'm heading. I'm talking to management. I'm saying I don't want to play that role, but I'm gonna read for it. And I did read. I read for the role. I'm gonna put it forward. I read for all of them. I read for Tash. I read for Al Bunny. I read for everybody. And I think that as an actor, I should be able to play a white man one day if I want to. As an actor, I should be able to play a rock. I should be able to play a tree, because I should make you, Kashima, when you come to that space, watch that thing. You believe that I am that rock. You believe that I'm a tree, because I am an actor. And I'm just like the doctor when you go do the open heart surgery or whatever you go do. When you go do that surgery, when them go do it, you trust that the doctor is not an actor. You know what I mean? You trust that the doctor, you know what I mean? The doctor know. So you have to trust that Kingsley Ben-Adir and Ziggy and the family saw, and to be honest, Kingsley paid a very, very, very good Bob. Very, very good Bob. And I'm in a business when nobody wants to say, and especially the people them who love talk, who know go watch the film. Go watch the film. It's a good contribution for our culture, and it put the image of Bob Marley and his legacy in a beautiful light. The family man, the musician, the revolutionary, the back to Africa vibration, the you know, the righteous Rastaman. So anybody who talk bad about that film, they need to come again. They need to revalue them opinion.
They need to watch it. Indeed. No, something I want to ask you though, because, you know, like as an actor, you audition for a role. Nothing is promised, nothing is guaranteed. Have you ever been denied one? And two, how do you deal with that rejection to, you know, fuel yourself and your confidence to go again?
We get early days. By the way, because of that, I almost never went to the Better Must Come audition. Because I was tired of auditioning. And Everaldo Creary come on my door and knock. I was living at the same house and say, hey, watch ya. You remember that thing that we may tell you about? The brethren said today, and I say, I go sit it out because I've been auditioning and I'm tired now, I'm frustrated, I not get no work. I just get a rest. I not do it. And him say, no man, the brethren say it's serious. I'm gonna get the role. So the thing is, yes, auditions can be, even now, my audition till my sweat. You believe that? Even now, whether I'm a fly go to England for do an audition and sitting in the audition and I take auditions very, 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 serious is not the best word, but I respect the process of auditioning. You know what I mean? So now I have a different feeling towards auditioning. I don't feel, I would love to be casted based on the work that I have done, but I think that there enough more work need for me to do. You know what I mean? And the people them industry big is not our industry. I feel them industry. We are take a piece of it. We are take a slice. See me? So yeah, I have never had any tremendous trauma about not getting a role or anything like that. But I wanted to sit it out, and I decided because of Evie's Evie kind of said, no man, him said these words. Him said, no man, them say it's serious. I'm gonna say, all right, it's serious, make a move.
Wow.
And that was Better Must Come.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing. I mean, I don't know where the time is chipping away, but there are a few questions that I really want to inject. You did mention earlier that there is a new movie or a new film that's coming out. Quickly tell us about that and how soon we can expect that out.
I want everybody to come to the Skylark Film Festival, September 27 and 28 in Negril. We're screening Stinky Mango. It's the very first short film that I produced along with Ina Sotorova. So it's like it's a mental health vibration, you know, a big man not cry kind of vibration. We look on that. So it shows a beautiful Rasta family and how they deal with trauma, tragedy, and how they manage their emotions. So it's a type of films that we want the youths them to see. You know what I mean? So come out to the sky. It's a free festival, Skylark Film Festival in Negril, September 27 and 28. Good vibration. You come watch Stinky Mango.
All right, sounds good. Now tell us about your book In the Morning, yeah? Is it still available on Amazon? And if you can just briefly, I know it's a book of poetry and paintings and all of that, but you tell us more.
So it's called In the Morning, yeah. The chapter 1 is In the Morning, yeah. Chapter 2 is Beautiful Day, and chapter 3 is Fantastic Moonlight. And it has 52 pieces in it. And it was published by Pelican Publishers in Jamaica. Recently, Pelican Publish kind of shut down, so we're moving the publication to another publisher. We're working on that now, so it's not available anywhere right now. So we're working on moving it over, and it's In the Morning. Yeah, we talk about the social constructs, you know, or what we got through work hours, morning time. Beautiful Day is pretty much the journey of man becoming, like the adolescent vibration, man becoming into youth becoming into that man, that vibration, or you know, that woman or whatever, because it's not limited to that. And then beautiful Fantastic Moonlight is everything that happens at nighttime, you know. So I have a little romantic piece them and so on and really. So it's a compilation, but it's not your typical compilation. This compilation weaves a story, and the foreword will explain to you. When you read the foreword, it will explain to you how the book was conceptualized and the order at which it is in.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, Sheldon Shepard, the family man, how would you describe him?
I love my children. I have 2 sons. I love them. And I love family. I spend time with family. I invest my time a lot in family and my creative works. I don't really invest time in a lot of other things because time is our most valuable asset. So I invest it in the children. I play with them. I create ideas, and they fuel my creative vibration because I write my pieces about my interaction with them. So I'm if you see me all the time, like, just hug up my son at 13, I'm still hug him up and kiss him. And you know what I mean? I'm say if you ever wipe it off, you know what I mean? So it's like a thing, you know. I'm a little one in 8 months now.
And awesome.
And him amazing. Him spirited. And him just, you know. So I watch them grow, you know. Beautiful vibe.
That is awesome. Now, your teenager, is he into the arts?
Oh gosh, he is, but he's a nerd. So the thing is, he's a top student in him school. Him I do pretty well, you know. I give thanks for that, you know. All praises be to the Most High. Him not in no trouble, him not getting in no trouble. And he's the type of youth to say, I can't understand how come you get homework and you don't do it. He's that youth, you know. I'm laughing at shit, man. You know, so him name Jason, and him sing. He has an amazing voice, and he's a clown. He's funny, and give jokes, and a nice youth, good spirit, balanced youth.
That's awesome. Now, one other question I want to ask you before I close off. You know, the film industry continues to evolve. What are your views on the innovation of various streaming platforms like Netflix and Hulu and Tubi and that type of thing?
Well, technology put the power in your hands, you know, as an individual, because, you know what I mean, even YouTube, even them kind of thing that you put your video up on, but what it does is sometimes I feel like it creates a lot of content, but not necessarily high quality content. You know what I mean? Not all of it is high quality. I love high quality content. I love when thought was when it's obvious that this thing was well thought out. You know what I mean? I love that kind of vibration. But I'm open to the advance of technology, and I one day have a vision to create a space where I can make Jamaican content like a Netflix, make Caribbean content, and have the African Caribbean the African diaspora, the Caribbean, Europe, everywhere, have them kind of subscribe to this platform because that's where the world is right now. So we think we're processing that.
Awesome.
You know?
And finally, Sheldon, before you leave us, what advice would you give to aspiring actors or actresses who are just starting their journey in the industry?
All right. I said it earlier in this interview and I'm going to reiterate. JCDC, Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, is not a bad place to go to start. No matter how old you are, they have adult category as well. So, but for children, it is good because you can go through your school and compete and get the size of yourself and train. You know what I mean? So then, no, that is good for you. Edna Manley, good for you. So my vibration is study the craft, some level of it, understand it. If it's even for watch videos and see that and see the deliberateness in your favorite actors, see what they're doing and mimic it for a while, then embody it, then it might become you. And if if this thing is really made for you, sometimes we want to do something, you know, and it not make for we, you know. We want it because of what we think it can bring us. But let me tell you, the show business is not an easy place. You have to be born for show business. It's not an easy place to play around because there's no business like it. You know what I mean? So I man say, learn the thing. Then the advice is learn the thing, study what you want to do. Believe in yourself to invest in yourself. If you make some money, if you bag groceries and you make money bagging groceries, take it and invest in your music. Take it and invest in your plays. Take it and invest in your thing. Slowly and slow. Don't try to rush. Don't try to do nothing to, you know what I mean, just for material gains. Because material prospect blind moral goodness. You know what I mean? So just process them vibration there and take with time and make it happen.
Sheldon, Shepard, thank you so much. This was really awesome. Big up yourself and continue being great.
My pleasure. My give thanks for the reasoning, man. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. The people them love it too. This one, so look here, big up Sheldon, a good youth, you know. King Toby said that. And please say happy birthday to Sandy. All right. Happy birthday, Sandy. And this person says, awesome RTS with Mr. Shepard Kishima. Big up is coming from Carrie. And Crazy Glue from Hartford in Portland. So look here, Sheldon Shepard, we love you, you know. We love the positive energy. Just go and bless up, you know. I'm not lie. You see the jingle them? Big up. All right. This one says, big up to Sheldon Shepard and the family. Man, you know, is coming from Ricardo Porteous. Thank you so much for your messages. Stick and stay. See you on the flip side of this break. Sheldon Shepard, bless up and thank you so much. It was really, really awesome.
Enough respect. Enough respect. Give time.
Come and enjoy your Wendy's Dave's Classic, our signature square burger, served hot off the grill with the best ingredients.
The time is...
It is now 1:38.
Juicy patty.
Ever hot, ever juicy. Ever hot, ever juicy.
Are they fresh, flaky, crust, bakey, fresh, flaky, crust, bakey. Juicy patty have it up quality.